Okay. How's everybody feeling? Good morning, millionaires. Happy Friday. Man, I feel really good this Friday. I hope you do. Tomorrow we got the Kaizen Academy kicking off tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So many of you have registered. I'm really excited about that. Don't forget, if you can't be there live at 7 p.m. tomorrow, then you do get the replay. You get access to the replay either for a week or forever. So we got you there. Welcome, everybody. Make sure you share the training. Let them know, rep yourself in the comments, etc., so forth. That's real important. All we talking about this weekend is habits. All we've been talking about largely, even on the different videos that I've been sending out through Dear Millionaire. Make sure you text that too. Y'all see that right there? How do I do it with my finger? Y'all see that right there? That's Dear Millionaire. We've been having a ball there. This week, what did we cover, y'all? It's been a pretty good week. I'd love to know what your favorite videos were that we covered. But yesterday we talked about how trauma is messing up your bank account. The day before that, we talked about these 4 insane techniques for taming the hater within. You remember that? Before that, we talked about 5 really powerful reasons to write down your goals. That was an incredible training. And then Monday morning, we talked about 5 strange laws of attraction that speed up all the others. So if you didn't have a chance to catch up, go do your homework. Ladies and G's, go do your homework. Make sure also that you check out Wednesday night. When we talk about Obsessed with Success, we covered 7 habits of highly effective entrepreneurs. That was a play on 7 habits of highly effective people from self-made billionaire Dr. Stephen Covey. So hopefully you enjoyed that as well. I'd really like to know which one was your favorite this week. Put the title in there. Was it Monday when we covered the laws of attraction? Was it Tuesday when we covered 5 powerful reasons you should write down your goals? Was it Wednesday when we talked about these techniques for taming the inner me, right? The enemy? Or was it yesterday when we talked about trauma and how trauma is a lot of times holding us back from the bank accounts that we deserve? I'd really love to know what your thoughts were on that. We do this literally 5 days a week. We, as a matter of fact, we call it the Kaizen Academy because if you'll just improve 0.1%, okay, 5 times a week, 0.1%, not 10%, not 1%, but 0.1%. Well, what Kaizen tells us is that begins to equal 0.5% a week, which is 2% improvement a month, which at the end of a year is a 26% improvement. You got to love that, because what that means is that really small incremental steps forward begin to equal massive transformation. That's what that's saying to you, that these really small, incremental, microscopic, minuscule steps forward equal massive transformation. That should be good news for you, because if you just improve 0.1%, 5 days a week, at the end of 3 years, you can double your output, double your performance, and or double your income. I'm living proof of that. Many of you know that the affirmations we say every morning are the same exact good morning, are the same exact affirmations that I was doing when I was sleeping in my car, man. Like I was straight up homeless. Way before this version of myself that you see today, there was a version that was steeped knee deep, neck deep in poverty. Not just financially, but also financially. And so what we do here every morning is we discuss mindset, we discuss heart set, we discuss skill set, and it's all designed to help you move further, faster, with less effort. That heart set, that mindset, that skill set. See, because what we say is that you've got to first acknowledge who you are, your goals, your purpose, your skills, your value, right? Then you've got to nourish it, right? So mindset would be the acknowledge part, nourish it would be the skill set part, and then cherish it. That's the heart set part, right? So we're here to help you acknowledge, nourish, and cherish your dreams. And according to my clock, Hold up. Let me start this bad boy. Hold on. Y'all know what it is. Let's get this thing started. All right. So it's about time for us to start this beautiful thing of ours. Let's get this thing going. All right, millionaires. So this morning, what we're talking about is how success isn't luck. I know normally we would do free coaching Friday, but what I want to do, since we're getting ready for the Kaizen Academy tomorrow night, it's all about habits. I want you to realize that success isn't luck. Success is a phenomenon that's based upon the good habits of who we become. Now, I'm lucky. I believe in luck, but my success didn't come from luck. Anybody that's been around me and watched me just pull it out the mud will attest to the fact that what we do every day lays the groundwork for our luck. And in a lot of ways, when we achieve our goals, it's because of actions that we took and the habits that we create that inform these elevated versions of ourselves. And once you get to that place, luck can spring eternal, like how they talk about hope, right? See, this is what I want you to understand. Before we talk about the practical steps of kind of setting ourselves up for success, or setting ourselves up for luck, let's take a look at what we're searching for in the first place. Because right now, you might be anticipating what you expect to feel when you achieve a goal, right? Life will be better when you get there. Am I right? You can already see yourself basking in the sunlight of your personal achievement. That's why every morning we do the visualization. Well, I want to give you an insider secret this morning. You millionaire minded, we all family here. You don't have to get to the finish line and start feeling the way you expect to feel when you reach the goal. You know how every morning when we're doing the visualization exercises, when you call in on this number right here, when we do the visualization, what do we always talk about? Experience it in advance. Experience it in advance. We set goals. Yeah, of course we do, because we have things we want to achieve in our lifetime. But we really set the goals because we're going after the feeling we expect to have when we achieve these goals. That's why habits are important, because when you don't do something, it's because you don't feel like doing it. But what habits do is make you feel some kind of way when you don't. Oh, man. Simply put, our thoughts are what drive our feelings and emotions. And you might not be in control of the circumstances. You might not always be in control of your environment, but you can control your feelings. You are in control of your feelings right now in this very moment. And so your first action step, y'all, is to get clear on the feelings that your end goal will bring. What are the feelings you want from it? And then start to bring those feelings into your here and now. I'll give you an example. Do you think hitting a certain revenue goal is going to make you feel abundant and less concerned about paying your bills? Do you want to make more income so you can be more generous? How can you start to practice those feelings of generosity then today? How can you start to practice those feelings of abundance today? Think about that. Somebody give me that in the comments. How can I start practicing the feelings of generosity today? Think about that. Whole mindset shift right there, right? What do you need to think about to become more generous? When you're abundant, what thoughts are you thinking as you fall asleep at night? Whole mindset shift, am I right? When you start thinking the thoughts that make you feel the emotions of your desires, you're really under something, because now you've tapped into this energy of flow, and that's just going to get you to the goal way quicker. I want you to meet the new you. Millionaires, meet the new you. 92% of people don't reach their goals. Why is that? Because it's hard work. Because it's hard work. And part of that hard work is becoming a new person. The person who climbs Mount Everest is not the same person who can currently hike a hill. You get what I'm saying? You hear about people doing triathlons. If you think that I'm the same version of myself that could complete a triathlon, man, you got it faded. And if you think just by thinking good thoughts today, then I'm going to be able to do a triathlon tomorrow, man, you got me faded. You got yourself faded. That ain't how it works. Since I've never done a triathlon, nor am I anything close to a triathlete. For those that don't know, Triathlon means you're running miles, you're biking miles, and swimming miles all in one event. Check it out. If I'm going to run a triathlon, I got to sit down and get clear on what the version of me who has completed a triathlon looks like, and even more importantly, feels like. You get what I'm going with this metaphor? Check it out. Feelings of accomplishment, feelings of fitness, feelings of strength, feelings of confidence come to mind, right? I'm just guessing because I don't intend on running a triathlon anytime soon. But if I were to tap into what I have to, what I would have to think and do to feel these feelings, it'll give me a roadmap on what I need to do and who I need to become before I cross the finish line. It always goes be, then do, then have. Does that make sense? You become the person who has achieved the goal while you're in the process of getting to your goal. Put that in the comments. You become the person who has achieved the goal while you're in the process of getting to the goal. I'm going to say that again because it's important and you should write it down. This is why we're doing this class on habit construction this weekend, because you become the person who's achieved the goal while you're in the process of getting to your goal. And understanding the feeling you want and visualizing the person you need to become sets this rock solid foundation for the tactical part. Not having this foundation, though, is the difference between goal achievers and people who are just dreaming, people who just got wishes. Wishes are like fishes, man. I'm telling you, this is why my mentor, Mr. Les Brown, always says that the most expensive place in the whole world is the graveyard. Because so many people die with their dreams that could have changed all of humanity. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, you need new habits. Yeah, you need new habits, y'all. You need new habits. To become the new version of you, you're going to have to put new habits into place. And here's why. 95% of our day, my therapist was just breaking this down. If you were here yesterday, you know I'm real big right now on getting everybody to get into therapy. Even if you think your life is wonderful, you'd be surprised how much better it could be. Check it out. She was breaking down how 90 to 95% of our day is run by either our subconscious mind or our unconscious mind. This means that even for the most mindful person, only 5% of our day is actually run through the prefrontal cortex that makes us different from rats and monkeys and fish and all that. We have this prefrontal cortex that allows us to choose certain things, but only 5%. The other 95%, you guessed it, it comes from your habits, millionaires. So when you want to create sustainable change, then what you got to do is set yourself up for success by rewiring that change into habits. Man, I cannot wait until this Saturday's Academy. I'm telling you. But if you're ready for the first little trick to help you create habits, I'm going to give you 5 of them this morning. I'm going to try to get through 5 before we out of time. Give me a number 1 and a share. Share this with an entrepreneur. I know normally we're doing Free Coaching Friday. Trust me, this is Free Coaching Friday right now. Even though a lot of you think that when you come to these shows, you know, it's the same as the Academy. Man, can I get a witness in the comments if the Kaizen Academy is different? Is it different, y'all? Let them know. Thousands of people come to these trainings every week. And a lot of them think that Good Morning Millionaire and the Kaizen Academy are synonymous. Nothing could be further from the truth. You need to join the Kaizen Academy if you really want to take it further, faster, with less effort. Here's trick number 1 I got for you. Get super specific about what you want to do. That's number 1. Somebody give it to me in the comments. Get super specific about what it is you want to do. Get super specific about what you want to do. Because habits need clarity. Habits don't just need routine. Habits need clarity. And if you're going to form a new habit, you got to get detailed on what that habit looks like. You got to get detailed on how you're going to execute it. So let's look at the difference. An unclear habit without a routine. I need to spend time on LinkedIn to build my business, right? That's unclear, right? Here's a clear habit with a routine. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, right after lunch, I'm going to spend 30 minutes on LinkedIn. Now you schedule this habit right into your calendar. Am I making sense, somebody? I know Shalonda Lee feels me. Here's number 2. Give me a number 2 and a share if you're still with me. Check it out. Habits instill when they are comorbid. Comorbid, right? That's a little word for you to look up. Comorbid. C-O-M-O-R-B-I-D. C-O-M-O-R-B-I-D. Everybody talks about brushing your teeth and putting your workout clothes next to your toothbrush. But how many things can you put next to your toothbrush? And to spare your toothbrush, let's think about other habits you can use to connect to your new habit, right? Eating lunch, getting dressed, taking a shower, cleaning the house, cooking dinner. You get what I'm saying to you? Remember, you already have so many subconscious day-to-day habits. Get creative and think about where you can leverage the habits you already have. That way, that habit becomes a trigger for the next habit. Am I making sense? If that makes sense, give me a number 3 and a share. Don't worry, you get to replay this. You're going to be all right. You get to replay this. You're going to be all right. Here's number 3. Habits that require physical movement are much easier to embed. That's a little hack for you. Habits that require physical movement are much, much easier to embed in your DNA, embed in your biological, in your nervous system. Check it out. It's so much easier to set a habit by doing something versus desperately trying not to do something. You can't erase these habits. You got to replace these habits. Think about it like this. Going for a walk is always much easier than willing yourself not to snack after dinner. Don't let this go over your head. It's one thing to say, my new habit is going to be not to eat these donuts every night, right? Completely different thing to say, instead of eating the donuts, I'm going to go for a walk. I had to get myself up, full transparency moment. I had a really heavy marijuana habit. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all. I had a really heavy weed habit. Really, really heavy. I'm not going to tell y'all how long ago. But what I will say is that it was very difficult to stop until I learned to replace it with things like working out. Like whenever I felt like doing this, I would read a book instead. Or whenever I felt like doing this, I would do some push-ups instead, right? And according to my lady, it's working. You know what I mean? No, I'm just playing. But what I'm saying to you is that it is much easier for you to do something than will yourself not to do something. Your new habit don't have to involve some all-out workout. But think about how you can create new physical cues around something that you already do. Maybe after dinner, you boil water for a cup of tea instead of eating cookies. Huh? Listen, I love you. I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to give it to you the way I got it. Okay? Hopefully, I ain't in the wrong place to be real. If you're ready for number 4, give me a number 4 and a share. And I was on what they call, rapper weed. So it wouldn't just be the normal stuff that our parents used to be on. I'd be doing, man. Anyway, but turns out what I really needed was therapy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go there. That's gonna be a training for a whole nother day. But I do want you to understand that you can't erase this stuff. You got to replace this stuff. Y'all with me? All right. Give me a number 4 and a share. Give me a number 4 and a share. Don't forget the Kaizen Academy is in full effect tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. The Kaizen Academy is in full effect. How my hourglass already finished? I have not been talking to you that long. We got to time this thing. I've been scammed, man. Good grief. But y'all see how it's still inspiration, education, opportunity? Check it out. That's the inspiration. because your man Da Vinci had some incredible habits. You know, he liked the white Imhotep, right? So that's the inspiration. And then we got education, right? Studying the universe, and then opportunity, man. The time, opportunity. Am I right? Y'all see that millionaire minded back there? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. If you haven't ordered your millionaire minded coloring book and you're not in the Kaizen Academy, I don't even know what to say. But you want to order one of these. It's going to put you in a different habit. Maybe instead of doing something that's destructive, color an image in your new coloring book. The world's first affirmation and visualization coloring book. This thing is amazing, right? That's what you want to color. That's what you want to have your babies coloring. But it's not necessarily just an adult coloring book. You know what I'm saying? All right. Here's number four. Let's get it. Incorporating your senses makes it a lot easier to rewire new habits. Incorporating your senses. Now, you know, not only was I really heavy on the Mary Jane, but also chocolate. Like I love chocolate. Oh, and now and laters. I would love now and laters, right? I seriously did not think I could go a day without candy. And when I found myself eating too much of it, I knew what I had to do was bring in some habit reinforcement. Because one thing about my lady, there's like a whole snack section, right? There's a whole snack section. We're not just normal snacks, but I'm talking about Willy Wonka's candy factory right there on the counter, right there in this little corner of our house, right? Check this out. It's gonna take some habit. It's gonna take some discipline. You know how to be like, discipline weighs ounces and regret weighs tons. During the quarantine, I'm telling you, I put on like 30 pounds. If you go back to my old trainings, you'll see I was starting to, you know what I mean? Check it out. I knew I had to bring in some habit reinforcement. We found teas that we love, right? And, you know, we found a certain kind of gym that we loved. You know what I mean? Because I ain't going to put her out there. She ain't gained quite as much as me. But what she did do was play a big part in helping me get rid of a lot of it. Because we found this place called Hot Works. I don't know if y'all know about Hot Works, but you know how I'm always using this example to describe a blue ocean versus a red ocean. And I'm always talking about how, you know, what marketers need to do is make us as the customer feel like it ain't our fault. So, oh, you can't get into positions. Oh, it's because it's not hot enough, right? Well, Hot Works combines yoga or combines calisthenics, or combines cardio with intense heat. I'm talking about 125 degrees heat, where you get in there and you're sweating like somebody turned on a faucet above your head. And it's just, and then I would have on my back brace. She'd be laughing at me because apparently it's called a waist trainer. But whatever, it's a back brace, right? I will put on the back brace. I'd be in 120 to 125, and that became our routine. Every day after we got finished with our work day, we would schedule a hot work session, or check this out, 2 of them. What are we doing? We're getting rid of stress. We're getting rid of all of these toxins in our sweat, right? But on top of that, we're setting a new habit, something that can replace some of the old habits. And I'm going to tell you something about going through such an intense kind of process like this. What will happen is you'll discover that don't nothing taste as good as looking good feels. You're going to find that you replace that feeling of kind of like feeling a certain way, and you're going to find that you replace it. You replace that with the feeling of looking a certain way, and you'll be like, you'll get to looking at the calories in like a piece of candy, and you'll be like, damn, it takes me like 40 minutes on the treadmill to blow this much. I'm not eating this, right? Or you find yourself looking at the menu and like it's this spot called Atlanta Bread Company that I would go to all the time because they got the little fireplace, the comfy chairs, and we just sit in there and work. And I love peanut butter cookies. That would be like my little vice. Man, I would buy, they got to know me so well in there that I would buy 2 cookies. They'd just throw 2 in the bag. And I'd be like, thank you, man. Because the dude cool as hell. I'd be like, man, oh, thank you. Check this out. One day I looked at how many calories were in them things. Do you know each one of those cookies was 400 calories? And I would sit there and eat 4 of them in one sitting, right? That is 1,600 calories. If you get this thing called the Fit Index app, I don't mean to keep putting habits on just the physical fitness thing, but it's just something that we can all relate to, especially coming out of COVID, coming out the quarantine stuff. Check it out. This Fit Index thing tells you your BMR or your burn rate, how many calories you naturally burn just chilling, just cooling out, just sleeping. We all burn calories just during the day naturally. And there's an app you can get and like a little $25 scale you can get that goes with it that'll tell you all of these statistics, including your burn rate. Well, my burn rate was maybe 2,500, 2,800 calories a day. So when I would be eating 4 of these peanut butter cookies, that was more than half my allotment for the entire day. We ain't include breakfast. We ain't include lunch. We ain't include dinner. We just talking about the cookies. This is what I mean by awareness pain being stronger than growing pains. You always hear people talk about growing pains, right? But awareness pain, when you expand your mind to understand what you're doing to yourself, it hurts to eat that cookie, man. So what I'm saying is that when you incorporate your senses, right, your awareness, it makes it a lot easier to rewire these habits. I got one more for you. Give me a number 5 and a share. Give me a number 5 and a share. We almost out of here. I cannot wait till this Saturday, the Kaizen Academy. You are going to love this. It's all about habit construction. It's all about habit construction because your success ain't based on luck. It's based on the good habits of the person you become. Maybe when it's an intense conversation with your family, maybe you have a habit of defending instead of listening. Well, all you need is a new habit, right? Because what you're going through is, and you're going to learn about this all this weekend, right? But every habit has these 3 portions. There's a trigger, there's a response, and there's a consequence or a reward. Trigger, response, consequence. Or trigger, response, reward, depending if it's a good habit or a bad habit. So when you get triggered, what we want to do is insert a different kind of response. Does that make sense? We want to take responsibility. Hopefully this is helping, but it's really going to help Saturday night. We even have a way that you can just try out Saturday's class if that's what you want to do. If you ain't ready to commit to the academy, you're like, I don't know about this dude. Listen to me. Just try out the class. If you don't like it, if you don't feel like you got your money's worth, I'm telling you right now, I will go live and I will eat my do-rag. I will boil my do-rag, right? And then I will just eat that joint with a knife and a fork. Or I'll give you your money back, whichever one you want. All right, here's number 5, y'all. Lower the barrier of entry for your new habit. All I'm saying is set yourself up for success. If you want to cut down the amount of time you spend on social media, delete the app from your phone. This will kick up your awareness factor, right? When you're aware of what you are or you aren't doing, you're using the 5% of your brain that can actually make a thoughtful decision instead of just being a puppet to environment, right? Instead of you relying on the 95% of your brain and makes decisions based on your subconscious, when you give yourself that extra time, now you can use your prefrontal cortex that makes you top of the food chain. Am I making sense, y'all? Is this making sense? All right, we out of here, y'all. But celebrate your luck. Knowing you have the ability to create your own success and, yes, your own luck, it's life-changing. They always give this quote to Denzel Washington where he's like, luck is being prepared when opportunity shows up, right? He always says that, luck is being prepared when opportunity shows up. Luck is when preparation and opportunity meet up. So knowing you have the ability to create your own success and, yes, your own luck, that is life-changing. But let's not underestimate all this hard work that comes from you having the discipline to set up new habits. Discipline is an illusion, y'all. Usually, it's about your habits. All right, love y'all. We out of here. It's affirmation time. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's affirmation time. Y'all ready? Make sure you call in on the live line. If your phone line tries to charge you to call in, all you got to do is text call me to the same number, 667-776-WIN1 or 9461, 667-776-WIN1. Somebody give me that in the comments, 667-776-WIN1. All right, let's get it, y'all. It's affirmation.